welcome back everyone to Sky Factory 3. So if you joined us last time, we finished off with building our cobblestone generator. So today I want to lay out some of the goals that we're going to kind of accomplish now that we have access to that. If you're joining us for the first time, thanks for watching. We are playing a version of Minecraft, a modded version called Sky Factory, where we are building out our own world from scratch and doing so with a bunch of mods to the game. You can see a lot of things that you wouldn't see in normal Minecraft, just taking a look around. And so like I said, where we left off is now we have pretty much an unlimited access to cobblestone, which before was a major process for us to grind down to get dirt and to get pebbles from the dirt and, shearing all of the leaves. We have all these wooden shears from doing that. I'm sure we'll need some more dirt here at some point, but now having this cobblestone generator to make it for us gives us a huge advantage and kind of allows us to much more easily start producing some things we'll need to move forward. So let's take a look real quick in our achievement book. So we did craft a hammer last time. We built a cobblestone generator, sieve, gravel, sand, and dust. We didn't make any Tinkerer's Construct tools, so we'll have to come back to that once we get some more of those things. Make clay by putting dust into a water-filled barrel. Craft and cook a crucible, heat a crucible with a torch, and insert stone to make lava. So those are a bunch of the things we ticked off last time. So now we're kind of moving into the Stone Age. So I think the next few things that we're going to want to accomplish, they're not actually really made much of here in this book, but I think the very next thing that we're going to want to do is create a smeltery, which it doesn't really seem to have that in here, but I think a smeltery is a very good investment early on in the game to getting more out of your resources. So what that is it's going to be, so right now if I want to, from sieving a few things, we have some of these ore pieces. So right now I can take these and break them down or combine them together to get these iron ore chunks. And then if I cook these chunks in a furnace, it will give me a piece of iron, which will come through right here. So I'll get one iron ingot from that. If we were to build a smeltery, which is a kind of a big structure where we can dump a lot of these resources in and then get out some other ones, then we will we'll get 2 iron ingots for every chunk that we put in, which early on, as we are trying to grind up for a good amount of resources to build some of our automations, we're going to need a lot of iron and a lot of other metals, gold, and things like that. So, and a smeltery, all it's really going to cost us is a bunch of sand and dust and whatnot. So we're going to work towards that. And then the bit longer term goal that we're going to want to hit by getting a lot of those resources is auto hammers and auto sieves. So an auto hammer, if you remember the last time, our process for turning cobblestone into gravel, into sand, and into dust is we hit it with a hammer basically, and we grind those things down. So now this time, so at some point we're going to make some auto hammers that are basically going to do that process for us, and we can run it through multiple times to get all the way down to dust if we need to. And then we can take that stuff and we can put it into an auto sieve so that we don't manually have to stand over the sieve and run each individual piece through. And so this will go a long way in terms of automating a lot of resource production for us. and give us the same way that we kind of had ended up with a very sustainable supply of cobblestone. We'll do that with our metals, our iron, diamond, gold, and things like that. But first, I think having a smeltery is going to be a good thing. So let me look up the components. So a smeltery is going to be made up mostly of these seared brick blocks to make the structure, but then within that we're going to need a drain, some drains in order to get things out, the casting basins and casting tables, faucet, seared tanks to put lava in, and then the smeltery controller, which we're going to use to control everything. So most of these are comprised of these seared bricks, which come from grout. And grout is made by combining clay, sand, and gravel together in order to get blocks of grout that we can then cook to make these seared bricks. So the thing we're going to need to do right now is to grind up a bunch of sand and gravel as well as some clay. So let's start with the clay because that is the most multi-stepped process in all of this. So for now, I'm not gonna need too many wooden shears. I can put those away. Buckets of lava are okay right now. We will need a more sustainable method for producing lava here very shortly. But let's see. Stone. Okay, let's make some hammers. I'm actually going to make an iron hammer now that I have a few pieces of iron. Melt it up. This should last us much longer. So I'm going to grab some more cobblestone. Let's grab a couple stacks here. And what we're going to do is just start by just placing a ton of this. If I had a little more space, I could do this probably a little more efficiently, but for now, this is fine. Just place a bunch of it. It doesn't matter the shape. We're going to vein mine it all anyway, so we can just place a whole stack of this, and then we will vein mine it, turn that into 64 pieces of gravel. And now we'll put all of this gravel down. And, oh, I'm getting stuck. And we'll make a bunch of this. Place it all everywhere. This probably looks really dumb the way I'm doing it. Whoops. And then we will get our sand. So now, sand is the majority of what we need. I'm going to do a few more pieces here. Make these. We got 18 gravel, that'll work. So let's place all of these down. And now we'll turn that into sand, and we'll take the smaller batch and we'll go one level more into dust. So dust, actually I need my buckets. Put some of this wood away. Crook, that's fine. Okay. Just get rid of some of this stuff from our inventory that we don't need at the moment. All right, so now we're going to take some buckets of water, and we already got a couple filled here, so we'll fill some more. And if we put dust in there, we will get some clay. Just pop those out. So let's get 16 of these, as I think that will be maybe the ratio that we need, because we're going to be mixing it with gravel and sand in order to, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Piece of gravel. Yep, and then let's go back over here. Boop, and we'll put some more Dustin. 11. Let's do 5 more. Whoops. Messed up my water. There we go. 1 and 2 and 3. 2 more. Bop. And pop. Okay. Dust, 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 dust. Okay, so that's all of the dust that we'll need. I haven't calculated exactly how much of all of this we'll need, but I'm just kind of doing one starting batch. So we have sand and we have clay now. So next we're gonna need gravel, and then we can start making some of our grout. So let me just place one more batch of cobblestone, and then we can hammer. And now we have gravel. So seared bricks, grout. And if you kind of see what I'm doing there, I haven't really explained this, but when you go to the menu over here and search for something, if you click on it, it'll give you the recipe. And then if you click on something within that, it will give you the recipe for that. So I'm just kind of clicking through the processes here, and it's not just for crafting. It'll show you for smelting or any kind of machine, and kind of show you what the process you need to do to make a certain type of material is. So we need to make seared brick. So to do that, I need to make grout, which is comprised of sand, gravel, and clay. So if I shift click this little button here, it'll put all of those items in there, and I will make 2 full stacks of grout. So I'm going to throw these in my smelter, and I will throw it in my other one that I made here, and we'll get those cooking up and start getting some seared bricks. So let me just kind of tick through a few of the things here. So obviously we're going to need a bunch of those bricks just to make the structure, but we also need the tank. So we're going to need a piece of glass, and the controller, that's just a certain shape. The faucet, drain. Okay, I think everything else is just particular shapes of seared bricks. So it looks like the tank is the only thing where we need anything different. The window and the gauge, I think this is just a different design for the same thing. Yeah, so I think these all just hold the lava. So the way this machine works is you pump lava into it, and then you can toss tons of metals or different items to be smelted down, and it'll do it in large batches, and then you can spit out into these casting basins. You can either spit out ingots or even whole blocks at a time, which makes it super efficient to turn around a lot of ores all at once. So let's just get some of these bricks and start making a few of the things we need. So we're going to need the controller. This is the first thing. So I'll get one of those. And then we're going to need the tank, which I'm going to need a piece of glass. I do have one extra piece of glass. Is that not? Yep, seared tank. So I'm going to need some more. Let's see. So I will need a casting basin. And the drain. So I have enough to make the drain. Let's make, this is not the most efficient way to do this as it's cooking, but I just want to get my major components made first. So we're going to have a couple of these. One more. Okay, so I 2 faucets. Oops. 2. All right, we got that. And then we'll need a casting table, potentially. All right, 7 for that. The other thing that we need to think about is where to build this. I would really like to kind of have a more aesthetically pleasing island here and really have some specific places built out to house different processes and my different machines and all things that we're going to build. So at some point we're going to have to do some overhauling of the island here and some building out, but for the moment I think I'm just going to build a little wooden extension off of here. Actually, I'm going to build it out of cobblestone. Yeah, I think cobblestone is going to be our best bet because we are going to need to produce lava, and obviously this torch does not produce lava very quickly. I do have a bucket and a half in here. I should put a few more in just to, so we have some to get started. Go ahead and get buckets worth out. Oh, also the last time I was wondering how many of these liquid lavas it takes to fill a bucket. That unit of measurement, you'll see it with other liquids as well, is millibuckets. So it is 1,000 to fill up one bucket is like the basic unit of measurement of liquid in this in these Minecraft mods, which is kind of funny. So okay, now I have some more seared bricks, and I can make my casting basin. I'm actually going to make one more faucet and one more, or that's my casting table, excuse me, and one more basin. Those are going to be my main components. So let's grab some wood. Nope, I just said I want to make it out of cobblestone. So let's grab some cobblestone. And I think let's maybe build it off of this way. So I'm just going to build out a little platform here. Make it too wide so we don't fall off. And at some point, like I said, I'm going to replace a lot of this flooring and the way that these little platforms are designed, put in something a little more aesthetically pleasing, and we can maybe do some episodes where we do some more kind of designing and building that way versus just the machine building and the automation and all of that. But for now, we just need some temporary places to get going. How many did I do over here? Let's at least make it symmetrical. 4 wide on each side, and we'll go a few more deep. This is probably a little wider than it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. That is very unfortunate. I let go of shift and fell to my doom. Okay, well, good thing we made plenty of rope. We can rope our way down there. Let's get some few pieces of wood too, just in case. Oh, that is so unfortunate. All right, let's just drop it right here. Drop our rope all the way down. Second death of this series. The first one happened extremely quickly, quicker than I would have expected. We went quite a while without a second one, so that's at least somewhat positive here. And now that we made a ton of rope, so it's not too much of an inconvenience to get down here and grab our stuff. It's just a little bit annoying. All right, so let me slide over here, pick up our stuff. Okay. Certain times it's not that big of a deal, depending on what you're holding, to fall to your death, but up. Well, at least the rope is still there. These ropes are not very fun to... Oh, I'm just falling. Okay. They're not super easy to navigate kind of on and off of them. So let's just drop right down onto it. Look, our second grave made it even easier to get up and down, so that's nice. So let's break this block. I mentioned this before, but I don't really want to have any blocks down here because monsters will spawn, and then if I do fall another time and there are a bunch of monsters down here, then they could potentially make it difficult for me to get my stuff back. So now what I think we need to do is, once we get back up and finish our platform, we should have a lot of... This was a nice... Oh! I can't see anything. These... Okay, hold on. Let me get rid of these. Oh, I can remove them. Okay. These depth markers, so I can actually see where the rope is. That was part of the problem there. Oh my gosh. Okay. Not easy does it. Okay. All right, now we're going up straight. I do have to maneuver around to the other side of the rope here so I can get up. Okay. This is unnecessarily stressful. Okay, what an adventure. So now we are back up top here, and oh, this is going to be a real pain. Do I have any tools? Let's just use this hammer work. Let's see. Okay, I think I lost some of them probably, but that's fine. All right, let's... we got these floating. Okay, now we got all of our rope back. I thought... There we go. Now we have all of our rope back. And we can finish attempting to build out our platform. How far do we want to go here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go 8 blocks deep. Actually, this is 10, so we might as well do 10. Just make it a big square. Boop. Doing this type of building out platforms and building out designing. I mean, this is pretty simple right now. We're just making a big... I keep misplacing blocks. Doing this type of building and designing is also another part of this game that I enjoy a lot, even in a game like Animal Crossing, if you've ever played that. Designing the island and laying out where all the buildings go and the paths and all that kind of stuff. All right, we might need some railings here. Okay, and now I'm back. I died for a third time, so I didn't want you guys have to watch me struggle through the process of getting back up again. So just cut that out real quick. It was actually a little bit less painful than the first time, so not too much to worry. What I do want to do before I forget is put my rope away, because I'm lucky that I made a bunch of extra rope initially, sort of by accident, and that I had some more in my chest because I fell to my death with all of my rope, which would have been annoying to have to make more of. Let's remove that. Okay, so now we have a pretty big platform here. And we have a bunch more of these bricks. So let's make some of these. Let's make 16 in case we need to make any other bits and pieces. So the bigger we make this, the more it will hold. So let's place some of our main components here first. All right, so let's start with the controller. Can go right here. And our tank. Now this is interesting because we want to set up our lava production, and we want to as easily as possible connect that lava production to, so let's set this up maybe in the back. So let's maybe build a framework here. I think I need to build a pickaxe. Let's see. There we go. I can't believe I've gone this whole time without making a pickaxe. So let's pick this up. And here. Okay. So we're going to need a lot more of those bricks. But let's at least just get some of the components set up that we're going to need. Let's see. Okay, so the seared tank can go in the back, and then we will pump the lava in from back there. Smeltery drain can go, let's put our drains over here. Oh, you know what? Let's make some more drains. Oh, I'm one brick short. Are you kidding me? That's all right. 2 is fine to start with. I did make an extra basin, but I'm not too worried about that. So we'll put the table down, put our other drain, and then the faucets will go there. All right. That seems to be a good start here. Let me make another batch of grout here. And then once that's cooking, we'll check back in and we'll start working on our lava production. Just wanted to check back in. I jumped off camera to to grind out some more of these materials that we need to make the grout, and I just thought it would be mildly amusing to see this gigantic stack of cobblestone that we made, and then to see it all get all ground down into gravel all at once. So we did that. That's going to be the biggest grind. We'll just have to make some sand and then the dust, and then make the dust into clay. Alright, so now we've made our grout from our sand, clay, and gravel that I just made really quick. And I just love that in the description for the block it just says I am grout, which is so cute. So now I have did something just mess up, or did I just not click it right? Oh yeah, I just need to make more. Okay, so now I have 2 more stacks of grout. So I'm going to toss these in to cook. And I am going to need more wood. Oh, there we go. I have plenty. Okay, so we'll let these cook. And while that's going, let me make my other drain. Smeltery. I need the drain. Smeltery drain. Here, so this is gonna go here, our other faucet and our other basin. I just wanted to make 2 of these basins because it's how you make full blocks, and when you start doing bigger batches it's helpful to have more of those. So we will complete this once we get the rest of that cooked up, but in the meantime we are going to need a more efficient method for producing lava. So I'm going to start with as many buckets as I can, but let's go ahead and pick this up, even though we're going to lose half a bucket, but that's fine. And pick up our torch. So I mentioned this before, but the other way that you can create lava with a crucible, instead of having a torch underneath it, you can have some lava underneath it. So basically we just need to make a spot here to pick up, to place a little pool of lava. I actually think, yeah, so I need to build off of this a little bit. Hopefully I don't fall off again. And so we'll place our bucket right there, and crucible right there. And so now as we put cobble in here, yeah, that is going significantly quicker. All right, so that's going, but we do, in order to make this sustainable, we do want to be able to move things from one to the other. And for that, we need some transfer pipes, and some transfer nodes are going to be the easiest way. So I'm going to need redstone. How do I get redstone? From sieving dust through an iron stiffened mesh, or dust through a diamond stiffened mesh. That is kind of sucky. Okay. So I'm gonna have to make one of these. So I'm gonna need just string and iron. So we may have to get our sieving action going. I'm gonna say let's save the automation of this for next time. So for now, I can go ahead and get our blocks here, or excuse me, our buckets of lava. We have a couple of them to get the smeltery going. I have some more of these. Let's just make some more bricks. I can make 6 more. I don't think that's going to be enough. Let's see. Okay, gonna need a few more. Let's go ahead and dump some lava into this tank. And you can see just in that short time we have... Did I lose my bucket into there? Oh, that's not great. I mean, I don't really need these buckets long term. I can make iron buckets soon. I can make more clay buckets too. That's not difficult, but that's usually when you just dump something from one place to another, you keep the bucket. But that is totally gone. I don't know if that's supposed to be that way or if it's a glitch, but we have enough lava to get our smeltery going, so let's just see if we can get our final seared bricks here. Oh, I do have a bunch in there. Okay, this should be good. Make 9 more of these. I think I only need 2 levels to get it started. And we can make it taller. Making it taller will just allow to add more things to it at once, but oh, maybe I do need a level above the controller in order to get it started. Well, let's hope that what we have cooking here is going to be enough. I mean, we have plenty of grout going. Yeah, let's let this cook up for a minute and then we'll come back. So now I made a couple more buckets too, and I've got enough seared brick left to finish this other layer now. So here's, just place down this 3rd layer. Okay, now, unless I did something totally wrong, did I just put this in the wrong place? That is totally likely. That, in fact, and actually, if I want to move it, I'm going to move it right here, actually. Whoops. What have I done wrong? Does my tank need to also, does everything need to be on this bottom layer? Excellent question. I think these can be up here. I thought this could be too. Oh, I think the floor needs to be. That is where I messed up. Okay, hopefully I'll have enough here. Nope. Let's see. Oh, you're kidding me. And I need 9, so I need... Well... Poop. Okay, let me make a few more grouts. I'm not going to do some big dramatic process of this quite yet. Let's see. Oh, I do have a ton. I made extra gravel. Okay, that's going to be super helpful. Okay, so there's my sand. And now let me make a few more dust. Some sand down. Turn that into dust. Okay, and now I should be able to make some grout. Oh, I gotta make the dust into clay. Good thing I made extra buckets. Okay, clay, 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 clay. Okay. And now grout. 8. Oh. Not sure if that's gonna be, that is not gonna be enough. What am I short on? Oh, I'm not. Okay. That, I believe, will be enough by the time that it's cooked. So I don't think I need to make the outer layer. I think if I just... that's gonna be a dangerous game to replace that. Because I should have built this one up. If I, yeah, this would have been way easier if I built this whole thing one up from the ground. Okay, let me just barrel in here. I don't care about saving these cobblestones. Let me just break them. Okay. I really hope this outer rim doesn't have to be bricks. Otherwise, I would be very sad. Oops. Okay, let's see. Here we go. One more. Oh, there we go. It's on. Okay. And let me just get these last couple. Oh, I have exactly enough to make one more. Oh, that worked out perfectly. Okay. So now I might as well put this back where I wanted it. And here and here. Okay. So now we have a smeltery that we can cook up any kind of ingots or any kind of material. So let's just test it out with whatever we have some of, which it looks like copper is going to be the winner. Yeah, I used up my iron that I had, so let's make a copper ore piece. We will bring it in here. That'll get smelted. Oh, not going to be able to make that into an ingot yet because I need a cast. So these make full blocks, but if you don't have 8 or excuse me 9 ingots worth, it won't fill all the way. These tables can be made to dump in, make smaller individual items, which you can use. That's the other thing we'll use this a lot for. There's a mod called Tinkerer's Construct, which actually is referenced in our achievement book here. And so this will be helpful to make some things that we need for that. It's a whole mod dedicated to making super special tools that you can add modifications to and upgrade them over time and all of that. So we'll make some very cool tools with that at some point here. And so you can make different shapes and different molds. And in order to just make a single ingot, we need the ingot mold, which I believe we need gold in order to, and we're missing some gold. Do I have, What is... I'm guessing it's just gravel that we can sieve to get gold. Where's our gold ore chunk? This. So we get it from sieving pretty much anything. What gives us the best chance? 3% from gravel. 3% from dust. Or from sand, excuse me, and 3%. Okay, so let's just sieve some gravel. See if we get any gold pieces. At 1. I'm definitely going to need some more. Let's sieve the sand just to see. And no. Okay, so going to need to make some more gravel. I'd love to just make something with this smeltery, and then we can end this episode there, but it would be nice to get something out of this. Let's see if we can just get another little piece of gold here. Perfect. Yes, so now I have 4. So now I can make a gold chunk, and I actually need to make an iron as well, because I'm going to need to have an ingot to use as the mold. So this could be a good way to show off kind of how the smeltery works. So I have this iron. Let's go ahead and just make another copper while we're at it. And just for fun, we'll even make another iron. Those look very similar. Okay, so we go over here to our controller. So we dropped in our copper, and now we only dropped in 1 piece, but we have 2 ingots worth of molten copper. So I'll drop in another one, and it takes a minute for it to melt. And then I will put in these as well. So these are all going to smelt down and turn into liquid. And once we do that, oh wait. Oh, I have my ingot. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to place the iron ingot down. Gold is the material that you need to use in order to make casts. So I'm going to click on gold to bring it to the bottom, and now whatever I do out of the drain is going to be what's coming out of the bottom. So we should have gold out of here. And now you can see it's forming and it uses up that ingot, but now I have this ingot cast. So now if I put this on the table where it was, now anything that comes out of here is going to get cast into an ingot and be the correct shape that we want. So I have 4 copper ingots. So one at a time here, I can dump these out, take it, get another one. These ingots go pretty quick. That is 3 and 4. So that is all of the copper that I had in there. And now once that's empty, it'll default now to being iron, which I will get 2 pieces out because I put 1 iron piece in there. So now you can see we're getting twice as many actual resources for our buck here versus just doing it in a furnace. And the only resource that it's using in terms of burning up is lava. And all of that we just did there used 200 millibuckets, so 1/5 of a bucket of lava. And at some point soon we'll be able to basically turn this into a continuously kind of flowing source of lava. because we can create another cobblestone generator, or if we want to just move the one we have over here and set that up to feed into the crucible automatically, and then it will get melted down into lava, and then we can pump that lava directly into the seared tank, and that will be a continuous source of power. We're a few materials away from that at the moment, so I think between now and the next recording for our 4th episode, I will grind up some materials that we're going to need to sieve in order to get that process going. But that was a good amount that we just accomplished there, getting the smeltery set up and everything. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Like I said, join us next time. We're going to be, oh gosh, I gotta get this random. Oh gosh, I am just so dumb. It's random. Oh, okay, that's fine. It's ridiculous. Okay. Like I said, next time join us, and we will be working on getting our first little bit of automation set up with the crucible, getting some transfer pipes, and then we will be doing a lot of sieving and trying to get some resources that we need in order to set up our auto hammers and our auto sieves, and then after that we'll have to look into some power generation. There's a whole system of basically electricity that powers machines within this mod, so that'll be something that we start looking into either next time or maybe the episode after that. So stay tuned if you want to continue to see our progression through our beautiful little floating island world in the sky. But that'll do it for this episode, so long and sleep well.